Saturday, and you're watching The Biggest Beauty Project. And this week we are talking about our high school experience, taking a trip down memory lane, if you will. So high school for me, I'd say all around it was pretty damn good. At the time I didn't think it was that great, but now looking back I realize it was amazing. I made a lot of really amazing friends and had some great experiences and really had it good in high school. I really wish nowadays it was as easy as it was back then. So high school for me was 10 years ago is when I graduated. I graduated from Clark High School in 2000. I can't believe it's already been 10 years since I've been out of high school. Sometimes I feel like it was just yesterday that I graduated. I can remember every single minute of graduation day like it happened yesterday. You know, high school, I went to 2 different high schools. I started out at Lee High School here in San Antonio because we were living in that district, and so I started going there. You know, a lot of my friends were very goofy and very outspoken, mainly because I was a big participant in drama club. I don't know if you can tell by the way I act today that that's the kind of kid I was. Yeah, I really loved being a goofball, and being in drama was my way to express it and get it out. I wasn't in art classes and didn't start doing that until college, but yeah, I loved drama class. Freshman year, I was in 2 plays. We did The Curious Savage, which is a comedy, which is amazing. I played the character Florence. If you haven't seen the play, I think you should check it out. I don't know if they ever made it into a movie, because if they did, I never saw it. And I met a lot of really good friends through that theater class. A couple of them stick out in my mind. If you're watching this, hello. Dustin, of course, Rusty, Colin, Alyssa. Man, I just really got into that clique really well. They were a really great group, and those are memories I'll have forever. After we did that, I know that we started preparing for a UIL play, and it was called I Never Saw Another Butterfly, and it was very dramatic. It was about families in the Holocaust, basically families that were stationed in Auschwitz or were placed in the concentration camp of Auschwitz. And I think that's when I first got in touch with like my emotions. I think I cried at every single rehearsal, every single rehearsal we did for that play. I had a great theater teacher there, Mrs. Frazier. She was amazing. I wish I could find her. I wanted to go back to the school so bad to go tell her what amazing effect she had on my life. Her and her husband, Mr. Frazier, he taught at MacArthur. So I always wanted to go back and say hi and say thanks. So theater was my big thing in freshman year, and that transferred over to sophomore year. Sophomore year I didn't spend at Lee. We ended up moving before that, and I ended up going to Clark High School and got into the theater program there and made a plethora of amazing friends there. Also, just meeting friends in classes. Like, I remember my first day there, I met Jamie and Lisa and Kim in my gym class, and a couple months later met Heather in my gym class too, and those are 4 friends, well, 3 friends. 3 of those people have stayed friends with me for a very long time. They've been around forever. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy to realize that I've known those girls that long. So, basically for high school for me, it was finding out who I really am was the most exciting part, and a lot of that came from being in drama and from meeting the people that I met. People who just accepted me for me, and that was the first, because I was always teased in middle school and elementary school for my weight and the way I looked. And I think in high school I finally let my guard down and began to like me and become more myself, not what everybody else wanted me to be. So I don't have a lot of pictures. I mean, you've seen what I have. It's not a lot. Some of them I kind of cheated. They're from freshman year of high school, but that's only because it's the only place where I had a couple pictures to show. So, yeah, that was high school for me. It was great, and I look back at it now, and I wish that things were still as carefree now as they were back then. I didn't have to pay any bills. I didn't have a job. I didn't have to worry about deadlines or making sure I could make rent every month. And God, I wish it was that easy now. Because now I'm an adult. And it's sad. It is sometimes, but sometimes it's also great to be an adult. But high school is great, and sometimes I wish I could go back, and sometimes I'm really glad I can't. So that's about it about my high school experience. I enjoyed watching your videos this week, girls. I really liked hearing your stories about your high school experience, and that's it. So I'll see y'all next week.